My name is Mark Cacciatore. I've been working here in security for a long time, for about 16 seasons, and nothing crazier stands out to me than July 27th, 2012.
So I've been here for about 7 years, and I've seen some pretty wacky things in that time, but this one definitely takes the cake.
July 27, 2012. That's the day Wally went missing.
So I was sitting at the table here. Wally comes skipping up to me, high-fives me. It was a beautiful day out. I'm thinking he's going out to have a good time and spread some joy around the city of Boston. Come to find out, Wally's gone missing.
I was in New York with the team, getting ready for a weekend series with the Yankees, and I got a text message from one of my friends that showed Wally walking unaccompanied by himself down Ipswich Street, which is highly unusual. So at that point, I reached out to Chris Bergstrom, who was the Mascot coordinator, and I sent him a text message that said, "Hey, dude, you really need to have one of our guys with him at all times, especially when he's outside the public."
So I was heading to my brother's wedding, and I was like, wait a second, there's nothing going on today. That has to be an old photo. So I called him back right away, and he says, no. He's like, we just got this photo, and I was like, well, it can't be. So I called back to the office, and I said, is there something on the calendar that I don't know about that Wally should be going to? And they said no. And at that point, we had no idea where Wally was.
Holy we're in trouble.
I was about to go to one of our colleagues' going away parties at the Bleacher Bar, and I'm making my way through the concourse, about to leave the ballpark, and someone stops me and says, "Hey Z, there's an issue. You need to come back."
So the thing that really alerted us about this whole thing is that Wally never leaves Fenway Park by himself. So what does everybody do when something goes wrong? We called the police. And we said, can you help us find our monster? Like, he's very important to us.
I talked to Angel Santiago and Steve Cochran at Gate D, and I instructed them to get in the golf cart and see if they can track down Wally to see if he was forced to leave under any duress.
Myself and Steve jumped on the security cart. We went down Lansdowne Street. We couldn't find him. I'm showing people the picture. Have you seen Wally? Have you seen Wally? No one's yet to see Wally.
So at that point, I opened up Twitter. And then all of a sudden, there's Wally on Boylston Street in Boston. There's Wally at a restaurant on Boylston Street. And there's Wally in the Apple store playing with iPads. And I'm like, where's he going? He's supposed to be at Fenway.
CNN was reaching out, ESPN. People were taking this very seriously, as were we at the time, but I couldn't believe the enormity of the media coverage and spotlight on it. We had helicopters flying out above Fenway Park. The media coverage was insane.
It was on SportsCenter, it was on Nesson, it was all over the news here in Boston. And all the years I spent here at Fenway, all I could think about was I was gonna be the guy that lost Wally. And that's how I was gonna be remembered.
I remember having to go into Larry Lucchino's office to tell him what had happened, and he looked at me and just said, just tell everybody Wally went on a walkabout.
We go down to Boylston Street, Copley Square. I asked the food vendor, I'm looking for Wally. He says, he's right down there. We go through Trinity Church, another vendor. You just missed him, he went into the building.
And then I get a phone call. Wally was found hanging out at John Hancock. So we brought him back to Fenway, we brought him back to his home in the Green Monster, and we were just deciding how we were going to let everybody know that he was safe and he was back here. So what better than utilize our scoreboard that everybody knows, and we put "I'm back" on it. We took a picture of Wally on front, and we tweeted it out, and then everybody knew that Wally was safe.
Wally was just trying to spread some cheer that day. I saw him in Copley and he told me all about it. Just a little misunderstanding, that's all. I was so happy to see how people were looking for me. Wally, looking for Wally.
I guess it just proves how loved Wally is, because so many people were interested in where he was. It was like a Where's Waldo situation. So much concern for Wally's well-being.